Hey YouTubers, another update. Fuck, probably about, I don't know how many hours into it. Finally got the second stage off. As you can see, it's still a bit of a mess. You can see inside, this is what my intake looks like. This is again a V8 Land Cruiser. Bloody EGR, whatever the hell it is. Now, I'm at this stage right now where I am really contemplating not going any further, because I'm over it, and I don't know, I'm just a little bit concerned about this here. I think what this wet stuff is, I used a can of Liquimolly Engine Decarb, where you spray something through and it left a couple of wet spots in my intake. That's about all a can of Engine Decarb did. So I think it's all a bit of bullshit. You know, everything you get in a can, I think the only way to clean this sludge is basically to clean it with hand. I'll give you an example of what it actually looks like when I've tried cleaning it myself. I basically bought some petrol and soaked the inlet valve in petrol, and this is so hard to come off even after I've doused it in petrol as well. So yeah, I'm going to use the pressure washer. I'm going to give it a go, see what happens, see if this works. This is the other part. Put it in a plastic bag because I didn't have a bin or bag that sort of mashed all the petrol, so I put it in a box, made it sort of sizable. I'm going to use a pressure washer and a couple of scrubbing things, trying to clean that, and then I'll see if I've got enough balls to go to the next part. But like I said, I don't think I've got the balls to do it. I don't think I've got the right knowledge. It does look really, really bad in there. As you can see, looks quite shocking, especially there. But I feel as though that I really don't want to risk going in there just in case I'm not able to put it on properly or put it on right. But yeah, so I might, after putting this back together, I might do a HH2 or HHO, whatever the cleaning thing is. It's available for $100 an hour just next to my house, not far at the servo. So after I put it back together, if it all runs well, which I hope it does, inshallah, then I'll put it back together and then we'll go from there. But yeah, the reason why it took me so long to take off is because there were two bolts that were in the middle center that were completely covered in grease, and I didn't see it. So I spent 4 hours trying to take it off by wedging it off and this and that and whatever. And luckily, because you know it's my car, I try to be very, very cautious and very careful. So I wasn't giving it big hits with a hammer or anything like that. But yeah, eventually I just accidentally wiped my hand with one of them, or my hand touched it and wiped one of the bolts, which is more or less in the center, dead center here. You can see here, this basically goes, it's two long bolts, goes on both sides. And as I wiped it, accidentally I saw a bolt there, and I was like, well, let me check the other side, and it was. And the minute I undid that bolt, the whole thing just came undone. So it's very, very easy to do. You just got to take your time, look for bolts. I don't know how many bolts there are in total. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on each side. 7 on each side. So I only had taken 6 bolts off on each side. But yeah, I mean, I know it sounds very, very stupid, but mate, I just couldn't see it. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm not going to block the EGR valve. I think what I'm going to do next is get an oil catch can as well for this once I get it fixed up, or once I get it put back together. But hopefully I get a bit of fuel mileage out of this. So I used to get, in my 76, I used to get about 700 k's to 80 liters of diesel, and I used to use BP Ultimate diesel. In this thing I'm getting about 400 k's, and this thing is lighter. So something's got to give. Something, it just doesn't make sense. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe this has got something to do with it. But this has done similar kilometers to my old one. You know, I had about 140 on the old one. This has got about 180. But yeah, just can't wait to get the beast on the road. Thanks guys, I'll give you an update later on.